Good morning and welcome to Live in a Greenhouse on YouTube. If you're new here, this channel is about my journey to design, build, and then live in the first greenhouse enclosed tiny home in the United States. Most of the United States was hit with colder than normal weather in December, including this island. Winters are generally mild here in the islands of the Pacific Northwest, where we may get some days below freezing, but not much snow accumulation. Big surprise, waking up to temperatures in the teens, snowing, and 10 inches already on the ground. Last year we had a similar week of snow and temperatures in the teens, but at that time I was miserable in the travel trailer, looking at a hole in the ground that would become the house foundation. This year is very different. Fortunately, I was able to get the controller for the air-to-ground fans program before the cold snap, so I have this graph for the week. The red temperature line shows the initial steep temperature drop. Then the temperature rose during a day when the sun was shining, but plummeted again the following night, when not only did the outside temperature drop into the teens, but the greenhouse front door was not latched properly and blew open overnight. Any stored heat blew out as cold air blew in. We did not have another sunny day to rewarm the greenhouse. The rise in the red line is from the outside temperature restoring to normal. It's important to clarify up front that my main purpose for the greenhouse is for living space that is sheltered from the elements, not to be able to provide a Mediterranean living or growing environment over the winter. I do not have any auxiliary heat such as propane, diesel, wood, or electric heaters. The only supplemental heat is from solar gain and from the air-to-ground heat exchange tube systems. This means that I don't expect the greenhouse to be much warmer than the outside when the sun isn't shining. So stay tuned to see the first test of how things work during snow and bitter cold. I'm curious to find out if the snow is really this deep or if this is just drift against the walls. Wow, 10 inches of very light and fluffy snow and still snowing. Time to suit up and head outside. I do not have a space inside the house yet to hang coats and stuff. Normally I leave coats and shoes outside the front door in the greenhouse. During this cold snap, it was much too cold to suit up outside the house, so I used the shower and laundry room. Not sure why the left side won't open. I'll have to look at that later. I'm not able to retract the trailer awning, so clearing snow off that before it warms up and that snow gets too heavy is the first order of business. There's a heater running inside the trailer, and so far, no sign of frozen pipes. The greenhouse roof is totally covered. Now for a quick walk around the inside of the greenhouse, looking for any issues. The snow is beautiful on the sidewall. Probably too late for these pond plants, but I'll put a blanket on them anyway. This door blew open overnight, and my "Please come in" sign blew away. I put blankets on the pond plants and young trees, but not sure if they'll make it. Icicle on the fan housing, probably not a good sign. Looks like I did something wrong with the programming. This fan is set to manual on and off. I'm switching it to temperature mode so that this set of tubes will circulate air to warm underground. Bucket to wash rocks for the gabion basket is frozen. This is the controller that has been running. I think the reason this is reading 5 degrees colder than the unit that wasn't running is because the probe is at the end of the tube near the ceiling, and this one is actively drawing cold air past the probe. At least that's my best guess. The exhaust for that intake. Snow is starting to slide on the roof, but the gutters are preventing it from sloughing off. These flowers look a little wilty from the cold. Let's go out the front now. Not enough buildup against the wall to worry about, and it seems to have melted back a tiny bit, so it's not actually leaning on the panels. Well, that's one of the piles of rocks. And that's the other pile of rocks, so I guess I'm not going to be moving rocks. My car doesn't have all-wheel drive or studded tires, so I'm not going to even try to get out my driveway. But I'm curious about the condition of the road. Deer tracks along the side of the driveway. The road is plowed. It hasn't been windy, just cold. Looks like no new downed trees. Yay! Let's take a look along the north side. The compressor is clear. With a door directly in from the greenhouse and heated floors, the shower makes a great drying room. Doors close off this section from the rest of the house, so it also worked as a nice airlock to not let the heat out. And there you have it. A couple days later, the temperature returned to normal, which is about 42 degrees and raining. The snow melted off the roof, and with the exception of the pond plants, all systems seem to have come through just fine. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And come back next time when I return to a progress video. Really!